Hello, my beautiful darlings. How are you doing? Hope everything is great. So let's a little bit talk uh, about everything and about nothing. So I am listening to Tony Robbins' course once again about time management. And this is such an interesting thing that when you watch something or study something, each time when you do it once again, it's like you feel like you never did it before, or you really feel it differently. It's like the book, guys. Like, have you ever felt this feeling like you read book or watch a film when you are, okay, let's say, mm, at one age, then some time has passed and you read the same book, but it feels like it's a completely different book. So you start to understand the things differently. You just, like, from the different perspective, and or the film. I think everyone felt that when you watch the film once again, you feel different, especially if a lot of time has passed. Like the more time, let's say, the more different is the perception. So, and when I doing some, listening, some videos, some self-studying things, each time okay, it feels like, okay, I know it already, but each time I listen it again, kind of open it a little bit, from a different side to myself. And so Tony talks a lot about the idea that time is emotion, and that how your emotional state or emotional flood, how he calls it, is really, really important, that it also influences your decisions, your actions. And also very important thing is that you can really shift your emotional state just by focusing on something else. So this is this is something that we really can control. Our emotional feeling we can control by what we are focusing on. If we and by the meaning. So the meaning is this idea. Tony talks a lot about the meaning that we give to the things. For example, one the same event can be perceived very totally differently by two different people, and they will feel the same, very different in one and the same situation. So if you want to change your emotional state, you need to change your perspective, your feeling towards everything what is going on with you. And for example, let's take the example of Nelson Mandela. Yeah, so he was in prison for 27 years, and many people in this situation just think, okay, can you just imagine that? And as I know, he was in solitary confinement for most of this period. Solitary confinement, can you imagine this? So he could not communicate with anyone. And the communication, this is one of the most important needs of each human being, of anyone actually, not even human beings, like even animals, every being, I would say. And this is a real, how can I say, it's a torture for a person. And how is that possible that he did not discourage, but he just put this meaning to this situation, another meaning. Just he said that when I will go out, I will go and change something. I will go the political system. I will go and do something for my country. Can you just believe it? For me, guys, this is the ultimate example of, and Tony Robbins gives this example, ultimate example of how you really can shift your perception, just yourself, just and still be a great person. Does not matter what happening to you. And moreover, he was put into the prison and unjust. It was injustice, it was unfairly. So this is even worse. So, and in even in those situation, he could still stay a good person with like good purposes, and he wanted to change the world and blah 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 blah. So, and everything depends. So you can really change the meaning. Always I know that it is very hard sometimes to change your perception, and it's very easy. And from the first what we do tend to do is we start to blame everything. When something bad happening, you just start to blame everyone around you, including yourself, like why is it happened. But mostly people start to blame others or the situation or other people, or I don't know, something around them, just because this happened to them. And but you can ask. So also Tony talks a lot about asking yourself um, right questions. uh, so I don't actually, I don't want to retell everything what is Tony saying, but anyway, I'm hoping that I just want to give credit to him, and the things that I'm telling you, some of the things he's talking about, I think that they will encourage you um, to learn more about Tony, to, I don't know, to explore more about him. And yeah, so so the right questions, ask yourself the right questions. So don't ask, Tony says that if you ask lousy questions, you will get lousy answers. And he also emphasizes that our subconscious mind works mostly with questions. We all the time, our way of thinking is based on questions. We all the time ask questions to ourselves, like what is going on, why is this happening, and what can I do, what's, or some loud questions like what's wrong with me, etc etc. So we always ask the questions, and all these questions really influence our state of mind, and as a consequence our feeling, our emotions. And um, remember that our emotions depend on our state of mind, and also on our state of our body. But this is a different question. You can also, for example, you notice probably that if you change your movements, Tony also talks about it, like if you start doing sport or jumping, or have an open body language, you will feel better, because this is kind of a biological thing. And so we can influence our emotions, like from these main two sides, like from our body language, and the second is from our mindset. So like asking the questions, focusing on what we want, not what we get. Yes, you definitely you should understand what's wrong, what happened, etc etc. So you should not ignore it, like pretending that nothing has happened and everything's all right. No, but you should not like stuck into this problem. And many people also, Tony, in one of his books, he talks I read 2 his books, I think, yes. And he said how people usually tend to perceive the problems. This is really, really interesting, that like many people tend to perceive problems like something that will last forever, you know. We start to prolong it much more in our mind than it is actually. And we also tend to exaggerate it. We also tend to blame our start blaming, etc., etc. I don't remember all the points, but this is, if you are interested, read his books. I'm not sure in which one of these 2 books it was, like Open the Giant Within Yourself, or his another book, I don't remember the name. um, so, and focusing, guys, you need to focus on right things and ask yourself question, not like, okay, what's wrong with me, or why has this happened with me. Ask questions like, how can I make it better? What can I do to make it better? How I can improve the situation, etc., etc. So if you change this focus, you will immediately feel better. You will feel the control of your life. Okay, guys, I love you with all my heart. Be yourself, be limitless, live life on your high quality terms, and remember, you are the best and you deserve the best. I love you.